It's no secret, okay, that I didn't love Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's definitely no secret that a lot of people out there have talked about what they don't love about the game. Obviously, it just didn't hit the mark. I still do feel there are some things about the game that work. Like, I do enjoy the gameplay. I do enjoy the traversal and the gunplay. It felt like there was a foundation for something there. And the open world of Metropolis, I mean, if you read the comics, if you love that world of Metropolis, I feel like it was well realized. It's pretty empty, but in terms of design, it looks great. And what I'm trying to say is that clearly there is talent at Rocksteady, all right? Clearly a lot of these developers put hard work into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It just didn't land. And in my last video talking about Suicide Squad, I did mention that Rocksteady is working on their next game, as pointed out by fellow Arkham creator Batman Arkham Videos. He did some digging, found through one of the Rocksteady employees' LinkedIn that they are currently working on their next project. And ever since we have obtained that information, the community has been going wild in terms of what that game could be. Are they gonna go all out and make like a Justice League game? Are we finally gonna get a Superman game? Green Lantern, Green Arrow, what are we getting from Rocksteady next? Is it gonna be you guys hitting the thumbs up button? I think that would be the best possible outcome here. I think regardless of what the next game ends up being, whether the rumors we're going to get into in today's video are true or not, I hope that it just goes back to the Rocksteady basics. A story-driven, single-player game. Ain't nothing wrong with co-op, okay? It's just, I think the live service is where we're really pushing it. A lot of live service games have just not been able to hit the mark, and unfortunately, Suicide Squad is one of them. I wouldn't mind maybe if we had like a co-op Batman and Robin sort of situation, or even if we got like a Justice League game with co-op, as long as we're avoiding the term live service, maybe I'm in. But we know where Rocksteady is performing at their absolute best, and that's when it's a single-player game. Arkham Asylum, City, and Night are proof of that. So, what are they working on next? What is going to be the next Rocksteady game? Well, there are some rumors circulating, and it's interesting, okay? It's created a bit of discourse in the community. I'm kind of excited though. You see, the Game Awards Twitter just posted a picture of a Batman logo and said, name your dream developer for the next Batman game. And a lot of people were throwing names out there that are pretty crazy. Some people were saying From Software, some people are saying Naughty Dog. I'm surprised that people aren't just saying Rocksteady. I mean, some people even said Insomniac Games. That's pretty interesting. But then Special Nick chimed in, and we've talked about Nick before on this channel. He is an insider who has reported things correctly in the past, has a pretty decent track record. He quote tweeted this Game Awards post and said, not sure which studio people's dream is, but I heard Rocksteady are back making it. I also think Sony are trying to money hat it. That is crazy. So Rocksteady's next game is apparently, according to these rumors, which we do have to take with a grain of salt, is going back to Batman. Somebody in the replies ended up responding saying, is it an Arkham Origins remaster or the Arkham Trilogy PS5 version? Because I doubt it's a new game. Nick doubles down here and says, not sure why you doubt it, but I heard new game. That's absolutely insane. I mean, I did mention in my last video talking about Suicide Squad, let's just go back to Batman. There's still a lot to explore there. And clearly that's where Rocksteady's been the most comfortable. You know, yes, it's definitely been just in that single player story driven environment, but also with the character of Batman. It's what made the studio so well known. But all right, so how do we go back to Batman? What are we doing here? I mean, clearly they shot the guy in the head in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Well, obviously there's a lot of Easter eggs out there to suggest that the Justice League are coming back. I mean, hell, in the latest season with Mrs. Freeze, it ends with the Flash returning. So there very well could be a scenario where Batman ends up returning in one of the future seasons as well. Hopefully we get to that point to see it happen. And then obviously the other question then begs, you know, well, what do we do after obviously the passing of Kevin Conroy? He's so irreplaceable. That voice is incredibly iconic. And well, I have a couple of answers. I have a couple of suggestions, I guess, if we are going back to Batman, what we could be doing here. Number one is that we probably just have to ditch entirely that version of Batman as voiced by Kevin Conroy. Or at the very least, just have him retire, have him Arkham, sitting in the Batcave, sipping tea made by Alfred. I did suggest in my previous video that maybe we could do something like a Battle for the Cowl, which, I mean, we kind of got in Gotham Knights. We also don't know if Robin, Tim Drake, is dead. It's kind of suggested that he might be during Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League story, but I didn't see a body. I didn't see anything that officially announces him dead, so he definitely could still be around. We also know that Red Hood's still out there. We still got characters like Dick Grayson's Nightwing as well. So there's something there, maybe, with one of them taking up the mantle and becoming the new Batman, which I think a lot of people would prefer to be Nightwing. But if we're all being honest, what I think the next Batman game should be, if we're gonna go back to Arkham, the only thing that I think a lot of people in the community want and what I feel would work the most, it's what we've dreamed of from Rocksteady for the longest time: Batman Beyond Arkham, or Batman Arkham Beyond. If it even is going to be tied to the Arkham franchise, I don't know. I think it would make sense. It would be kind of weird if Rocksteady was making a new Batman game and it wasn't Arkham. But yeah, it is high time we got a Batman Beyond game from Rocksteady with the Arkham flair, obviously, the combat, and a futuristic city, something that mashes up Cyberpunk and Batman Arkham. And then, I mean, if you're going to have an older Bruce Wayne that is a continuation from the same Bruce Wayne that was in the Arkham series, well, now that he would be much older as of this Batman Beyond game, it would make sense to then have a different voice actor to provide a bit more of an older voice. So that's kind of how it would work. I mean, again, there is nobody but Kevin Conroy who can do the voice of Bruce Wayne or Batman better, but at least if Bruce Wayne were to be a bit older in this Batman Beyond game, this hypothetical Batman Beyond game, it would make a bit more sense to have a new voice actor. And again, this has been the dream. People have been wanting this so bad. I mean, hell, that Batman game that was canceled at WB Montreal, from what we can tell, was for all intents and purposes kind of a Batman Beyond game. So let's revive some elements from that maybe and bring it back here now under Rocksteady's development. The other thing that I wanted to mention as well that Special Nick points out in his reporting is that apparently Sony is trying to money hat it. I'm trying to understand if that means specifically him saying Sony wants the exclusivity. That's the part of the reporting that I kind of doubt. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Sony has played nice with Marvel, very much so. We got Spider-Man exclusive to PlayStation. We now got Wolverine on the way, also exclusive to PlayStation. We got you guys subscribing to this channel and turning on the notifications for more superhero gaming updates. It would just be weird to me if they would also be able to secure a DC game exclusive to PlayStation. But who knows? Again, Nick doubles down in the replies when people are trying to doubt what he is saying here. And if it does end up being true that Rocksteady is working on another Batman game, specifically another Batman Arkham game, then maybe it's true that Sony wants that exclusivity as well. It just comes down to, will WB give them the exclusivity? How much are they trying to fork over? It just comes down to, will WB give them the exclusivity? How much are they trying to fork over? Because you gotta understand as well that for as exciting as it might be for a lot of people for Rocksteady to return to Batman Arkham, Sony, does PlayStation make this massive investment for something that a lot of people out there are gonna doubt will be good after the release of Rocksteady's last game? All this just very interesting. It's all developing, and again, if they are working on another Batman game or not, we're not gonna find out about it for another couple of years. At least we're not gonna find anything out officially for a long while. But keep it locked to this channel. If there are some more rumors circulating, if there's some more reputable sources reporting about this, I'll be the first to let you guys know. And with that being said, let me now kick it to you guys. Sound off with your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you excited about the possibility that Rocksteady is returning and making another Batman game next? Sound off with your thoughts in the comments. I've been Caboose. I'll see you guys later.